Now, we Sprite Recordings is gonna make a featured listener which is named Empty Brightful. We set you free in this moment and let you feel the energy with the second impression time from Sprite Recordings.
Go.
Yokoso and välkommen. Howdy. Howdy claws, so to speak. Yeah, we're off to the start of another day. It's a new day. Like that one song from 80 House. I don't remember which one though. But there's one of those 80 House songs. It might even just be called A New Day or New Day or something like that. But that's the repeated lyric in the song. It goes, it's a new day, and then something, it's a new day. I mean, it's a good song. I just don't remember enough of it. I was viewing the internet there, but I'm back. Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to take care of business, as the kids say. It's causing me to have to triple time. I can do this. I can do this. Or maybe I can't, and I'm just gonna explode when I try and press this button right here. Okay, good news. Or maybe bad news. If you're preying upon my downfall, sorry, but I did not explode. I repeat, I did not explode. Business has been quelled. So far, I don't like this album. This is Sprite Impressions 2, which is funny, because the whole reason we started listening to all these albums was because I thought the Sprite Impression album seemed nice. And I was like, well, let me get some of this. And now I don't want any of this anymore. Let me get some of this as I'm dumping it into the trash can. Cringe die. Me when I hire a financial advisor. No, wait, no. It'd be like me when I'm hired as a financial advisor. Just don't spend money. Just don't spend money. Simple as. Just don't spend money. Then, but what about dinner for tonight? There's grass growing outside, ain't there? Couple of leaves. Not everyone finishes all their food that they order at restaurants. Just hang out there. Scoop it up and eat it. Honestly, I guess that does kind of seem like the play if you are really, really in the trenches and just needing food to survive the next day. If you somehow could scrape up enough money, or at least go into a restaurant, get a table, order a water, and say that you're waiting for another party to come, and then just maybe hopefully you get seated near a bunch of people, and then they don't finish their food, and then you just go and you tap in. Sounds disgusting, but I mean, hey, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Then again, you'd have to be really sneaky, because if they catch you eating the leftover food, they'd probably kick you out. But who loses? Them. And not really. I guess still you. Shrug emoji. You survived, but not for long. Crit? Of course not. The goal for today is to actually watch the new episode of that one show that comes out on Tuesdays that we watch on stream. So it's not like how it's been the last several weeks. We have like 4 episodes we gotta watch in a row. And that show with Seimei. Yokai Gakkou no Sensei Hajimemashita is the show I'm talking about. Fortunately or unfortunately, I think we're going to slowly end up phasing out watching stuff on stream unless it's like a movie or something. Just because it comes difficult at times like what's been happening lately, where I just kind of don't stream for one day. and then stuff just kind of starts piling up because a lot of stuff comes out on the same day. My hip popped, which is, you know, pretty standard. But it felt louder than usual. Doubt it means anything, but it happened. I gotta clean today. Snake live. Silent theater. Miemashita are desu. Are ga. Hebi o zahaku no something. QP. He gekko ookii janai no sa. Bro, hit him with that jaw. Is that Showman? I guess I could figure it out. Hang on. It is. That just means front. Showman kara ikou. Let's go on through the front. This song's pretty good. Dare mo imasen ne. You can't say things like that because then a giant dragon spawns in, as we've just seen. Oh yeah, I should probably check and see what the new node drops. And it's the orb. The orb of confusion. Don't I have another team just for dealing with stuff? Yeah, here it is. Why don't we just take this? We'll bring Lancelot though, assuming that it's a single target boss we have to fight. And it is! Let's see here. Let us review the facts. Just barely. Eight-hole small plastic disc that you throw. Nice. A nice chair. Ita? Oh, and then he just spawns in. Hebio Zahak. Kita ka. Kita wa yo Mao. Oh boy, like, remember? I don't know what that one is. Shin Nasai. Naze kita to whatever. Is that Sunkai like third floor? Or is that, I think that's actually Dole. Like, you know, like what you put at the end for like temperature. But I don't know. Why did he spell Karudea like that? Donahebi wo kawa suru kakurai wa watashi ga kimemasu. You choose that snake to change? Oop. Zahaku no suwatte ita. Don't know. Kara ano uma mitai nano ga ippai. What, the horse-looking snakes? There's a bunch of them. Do we have to fight the horse-looking snakes now? Nope. Maybe. Ideally? This shouldn't be an issue at all. These are just a bunch of horse-looking snakes. Round 2. Let's give it up for round 2. I mean, round 3. Let's give it up for round 3. I kind of want to eat some almonds. It'd be neat. Yay. But alas, almonds are something I do not possess. One cannot eat an almond if one has no almonds. There was a lot of these songs. We skipped, what, 3? Snake Eyes. Kurohime-san. Migi desu. Get away from me. Oh, これは困った. Man, who's that? Ah, cute. そんな、まさか、あれは a big snake? Just 2 of them. 2 big snakes. Chibine-san mo 1匹の口に I don't remember what that one is. 持ち上げられています. Get away from me. 2人とも I didn't read the rest of that. Get away. 美少年たちを Alright, watashi ga inochi. Well, isn't that inochi? What does it mean here? Jirareta no wa. Hey, Jashin. De areba. Shut up. We know Jashin. That's that snake lady. I imagine the Snake King here, Zahaku, to have a really flamboyant voice. Omi-san? Chotto matte. Masaka. Dakedo. Miahaha. Gomen ne, minna. Atashi, kore dake wa dame nanda. Machinasai. What happened? Yeah, actually. I'm getting a phone call, but I'm not gonna answer it. See, you say answer it, but caller ID said potential spam call, so cringe. Can't read that. Nah, I can't read that. Whoa. I feel like I should be able to read that. Hitsuyo na to arimasen. Wakatteru. Wakatteruんだけどさ。聞いたから? No, 出たか. Is that ever just like koi? Kinakereba. Kono. That's heavy again, right? Tachi wo korosu. Oh, it's like, well, actually, omi-san, dame desu. Hey, this song's called Dame Santa. Dame Santa? Christmas? Dame da yo. Sore dake wa hontou ni. Like in 11 months? That's what I'm saying, dog. Just around the corner. Wakaru kai? Kekko mae kara watashi wa anta ni atte kita. Get away from me. Let's pack it up, Omi-san. Pack it up. Have your big villain reveal already. 私たちはね、もう子供にしか思えなくなっちまってんのさ。私は whatever このためにpack it up, pack it up. See, this is why you don't stake everything on a BBW. Because then you just get defeated like this. You just lose. Well, I don't think she's actually turning evil, it seems like. It was more like, they're like, yeah, bro, it's curtains for you. And then they're like, you don't have to do it like this. And then she's all like, it looks like I have to do it like this. Ah, これは美味しそうだ. Can't remember that one. Omi-san. It's okay. She's only just died. Dying isn't enough to defeat someone like her. Rose said, "Uhaha, ufuhahaha." これはなんという美味しい. Said something about a brain, but I skipped it before I could read the next of that. Oh, did he just eat her brain? Noble Phantasm. Soreba, Nanda. Miteiru, nani wo ie, dare wo. Listen, that's only 3 heads, and he's talking about how it's time to die and this, that, and the other thing. But, like, I don't know. That's just 3 heads. If it was 5, maybe I'd be worried. But just 3, eh. She exploded with blood like a DBZ character does with their aura. It was more like the Kaioken was like around her. Kuhahahaha. Is it like Yosh? Oh my. Master. Is that like... It's not Kao, is that Atama? Atama ni kuru no wa wakarimasu. Watashi mo onaji desu. Desu ga. Ima wa... whatever. What the? They're gonna take on the goons? I don't know, man. One of those guys is a doctor and the other one's just a schoolgirl. And then there's Medusa. This is not a group of guys that can take this out, except for Medusa. No, it's just more horses. There's nothing to fear except for fear itself. Alright, Medusa, take him to the cleaners. See, pizza cake. Or maybe not. Maybe not. See, she's pretty lame because her Noble Phantasm is single target. Despite it looking like it should be multi-target. At least to me. Well, never mind. I guess it is just her sword going into the ground. My fault, my fault. You know, Kurohime is kinda lame. She's just giving herself a haircut. And you expect me to think that's cool? Well, honestly, it's a little cool, but... I think for being a limited 4-star servant, she's pretty lame. If she was just like another Freak of the Week that's been added to the pool for everyone to get by accident at all given times, then yeah, I mean, it's cool. But you're telling me this is a limited freak? That she has obscure lore. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, that her legend is really only known in one specific prefecture. So a lot of people who weren't residents from there were just like, who? But the 7 people who are from that prefecture and also play this game. And they just went like, whoa! I mean, her design's not bad, per se. I just feel like I've seen it 11 times. She's an Akame ga Kill created character, actually. Like, looking... I don't know, that's now what I just thought of. I was like, yeah, that's just Akame. But less red. I don't know, just like, yeah, the black sailor outfit and the sword. It's like, yes indeed, I've seen this 11 times, actually. I really don't know what her other forms look like. I know her first one, she is more traditionally dressed and has one of her eyes covered by, like, gauze. But I don't know what her final ascension looks like. I didn't want to get spoiled. Naked? I see. I've been spoiled. I might as well just cover myself in oil and not wake up. Wait, why are you here? You're already Bond 10, and so are you. Give me that. More tasteful. But I didn't think her design was really tasteless at all. Maybe more classy? I mean, she gets real saggy at the end of her Ascension line where her clothes are kind of like, they just look like they're just hanging off of her, not like tightened. And then her hair's down. So I guess never mind. What the? Lack of a better word, well, I guess you've been heard regardless, so your point got across. That was a lot of damage. 98 horses. Dungeons and Dragons. No, Ghosts and Goblins. That's what I was thinking of. You know, the video game. I like how she's just a Ghosts and Goblins created character. Elizabeth Brave. And if you don't enjoy that fact, then I don't know what to tell you. I guess just die. We love retro video games. And references to them. What? Just barely surviving? Okay, alright. His crotch is glowing. So, mada da zo. Mada da. Boku no mae de, issho no mae de, shinu something. Bishone. Get away from me. Hey, it's those lizard guys. What are they doing outside? Looking foolish. Medusa-sama. Yeah, she's not in good shape, I'll tell you what. Medusa-sama wa watashi ijo ni... What is that? Mondai nai. It's like, I think there is one, dog. I think there is one. It's like, nah, it's okay. It's alright. No big deal. Well, actually, her head's not bleeding that much. She's just got like a little streak of blood. Kind of like a paper cut. It's the rest of her body that looks pretty bad. Yoku wakanai kedo, nanka hitsuyou nano, hitsuyou mono ga. Shut up. Got something in my eye. Why does this keep happening to me when I play this game specifically? Am I just blinking a lot? Anyway. Medusa. We're sorry, Medusa, you don't get a guts. Only your kid form does. So if you die, I mean, you know, it's just kind of over for you. You don't even have an evade. Oh no. She was already bleeding so much that she have to do that. Chi no koto mo so dakedo, watashi anta temoto hajimeta type da to omotte ta wa. Shut up. Bring in the better Medusa. Oh, you mean Gorgon? Hey, she's doing that thing with the horse. Tin Uma? Amauma? I wonder how that's read. Shut up. Gorgon no chi wa osoraku is that mondai nai? Tsugi ni hitsuyou na no wa chikara da. resources. Shut up. You need resources and squid and word. Three? Get away from me. This album is so long, but not because there's a lot of songs, but just because all the songs are 6 minutes plus. A bunch of horses. Oh, you're not holding the damage up C, are you? Well, that's not good. Yeah. I don't like how his hair does that, how it makes that mask. Oh, she's like, yeah, she was just talking about it. She was like, oh, I get it. He's like, omoi tsuitano. And then blah, blah, blah. It's like, nanda, dattara, kyaster ni nareba iin da wa. Class change. That's pretty funny. Bro's like, check this out. 誰かのために歌うんなら、それは So is she just kind of like kale, as in the vegetable? How kale can be grown into so many different types of plants because of just how just oddly genetically diverse it is. Well, I can't find the answer I was looking for, but I know that several other plants are really just kale, but just because of how, for whatever reason, genetically diverse it is, it can just be grown into a bunch of different stuff. I'm pretty sure it's artichokes and kale are pretty much the same plant. Yep. It's kale, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage. And so on and so forth. It was just selective breeding. They got them to express different parts of themselves better. But they're all pretty much the same plant. She's got a leaf on her head. Well, now we seek the orb. Well, that was that whole album. Let's see here. Well, that sure didn't work. Hang on. Nice. I find this show fun. Its budget really shows sometimes, but I don't know. Shrug emoji. That guy's just an eyeball. Dang it. That's kind of funny. It's like, well, yeah, no, in case, maybe you, shrug emoji. She's huge. A ghoul or a soul. Hey, yeah, just a bit of your soul, just a chunk, a smidgen. That'd be funnier. He's like, yeah, I called you here to kill you.
退治してくれへん？君の大麻の力で。
何？
いや店に来る妖怪の妖力や魂だけやのうて、息子の僕の妖力をも食いよんねん。おかげで飲めもせん酒がないと妖力が得られへんくらい僕はすっからかんや。
でも大使なんて。
あれは1000年前に君と同じ大麻の力を持った陰陽師によって封印されてん。ってことで責任取ってや。安倍の生命の子孫の安倍春明くん。
そんな。
せや、頑張ったらなんかご褒美あげるわ。好みの制服とか。
僕頑張る。
ほんま欲に弱いな。
でも僕はご先祖様とは違うよ。妖怪よ。それも友達のお母さんを退治なんてできないよ。だから僕なり
What was that anime called? Machikado? The one where that girl who was poor, she awakens her demon powers, and well, that's just like the whole show. She's just kind of like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, where she's just kind of bad things just kind of happen to her, and she sucks, and then she becomes friends with the Maho Shoujo girl. And her ancestor talks to her sometimes. Gosenzo-sama is what she calls her ancestor.
Nani言うてますの。そもそも僕に友達なんておらへんよ。友達言うんもどこぞのアホメガネに合わせて適当に乗っかっただけやし。それもこれも春明くんが安倍の生命の力を受け継いだ子孫やからこそ。そやなかったら僕が人間なんぞと仲良うするわけあれへんやんか。
Me when I'm putting up a front.
あんたやっぱりまだあの時のこと。
ダメといて。
春明くん。
こうなったら退治しない程度に大麻の力で妄想充填 30%。 やった。
なんじゃこれは。
やればできる子。僕春明。よし考えろ。凛太郎くんのお母さんを退治しないでなんとかするには。
春明くん無事でよかった。
よしった。
今のうちに帰り。お母様怒ってはるし。
でもお母さんを何とかしないと。そもそも僕のご先祖様が。
お願いやから。うちはまだ凛太郎に友達なくしてほしないんよ。
どういうことです？
昔一回だけ凛太郎が家に人間の子を連れてきたことがあったんよ。ああ、たくさん着物があるな。
That's just him.
これお気にやね。凛太郎、お姉ちゃん呼んどるわ。じゃあ行ってから。
I have 618 of that item? That's crazy. Where'd I get all those?
着物みたい言うから見しとるだけや。それに友達ちゃうよ。まだ。なんや今の音。お母様の部屋の方からやね。まさか。
久々に食うたが人間の魂は美味しくないのう。どう凛太郎、次はもっとマシなものを用意せんか。
凛太郎、
とうとう殺しおった。
その子はどうなったんですか？
長女のトラコ姉さんが山に捨ててきたって。
A sack?
それ以来あの子
Well, then I guess maybe it wasn't him. It was just an incredible. No, it has to have been him.
春明くん泣かんといて。
僕も最近まで友達できたことなかったから。
Who else would be like, hey, yo, go into an Oni's house to see a uniform?
こんな悲しいことってないね。
せやからこんなことに巻き込んでしもたけど、帰ってからも凛太郎と仲良く。
帰らない。たとえ安倍の生命の子孫だから凛太郎くんが僕に近づいたんだとしても、それでも怖がらずに接してくれた彼に僕が救われてたのも事実だ。
春明くん、
それにさっき
ってことで責任取ってや。安倍の生命の子孫の安倍春明くん。
Yeah, I can't lie. I too would be easily wooed into an Oni den. Not even just because it's all like, oh yeah, man.
当初の予定通り僕が何とかするよ。
Horned
平和的に。
beings. It'd be more like, this is gonna be awesome. I'll get to be eaten and probably have a good time beforehand. Because Oni seem to be the type of people who have banquets. Eat a bunch of fruit. Partake in the fruit like that episode of Adventure Time. And then you get eaten. I don't know, like... What a way to go.
もしかして大麻の力って一日に何回も出せないの？ちょっとかな！自分の設定知らんかった！クソご先祖様！取説とか残しといてよ！イバラさん！
お母様やめて。その人凛太郎の友達なん。
この不良娘が。
いつだくん。
この容赦ない切れ味は！
おいこらクソババア、俺の妻に何してくれてんだ。
いつなくん。
怪我はない、イバラちゃん。
Dang.
イバラさんがイズナ君の奥さんだったの？
マシュマロはなんとなく察しとったよ。
っていうか、
She got her arm cut off.
イバラさんに頼まれて、
みんなのヒーロー柳田が連れてきたよ。
柳田君。
もう話は済んだかい？
いつなくん、春明くん、一旦ごめんくん。
手こずらせおって。かまいたち、お前の揚力は後で全ていただくぞ。まずは前菜からじゃ。
待ってよお母ちゃん。堪忍したって。僕の揚力また分けたるからなあ。
なんじゃ、イバラと比べて随分非力よのう、凛太郎。かわいそうに、お前から揚力を食いすぎた。
やめろやめろ言うとるやろ。その人は僕の友達。
なんじゃこりゃ。この魂は口に合わん。ほれ、器は返してやろう。前もこんなことがあったの。凛太郎、お前の持ってくる煮えはいつもまずいの。
今年の4月、彼は突然僕らの学校に赴任してきた。
はじめまして。本日より2年3組の担任になった安倍春明。人間です。よろしくお願いします。
この男が我が家と因縁深いあの安倍の生命の子孫と知って、大麻の力とやらは利用しがいがあるんじゃないかとずっと注意深く見てきた。だけどほんまに彼は頼りなくってがっかりしたのが本音やった。
Abe no Seimei created character.
教師以前に大人としても間違っても友達にはなれんタイプだな。
せやねと思ったんやけども。
ちょっと羨ましいなって思ってしまっただけなんです。ミキ先生と畑中先生。
I'm sure he's just gonna shrug it off. His soul's gonna grow back.
後ろ姿についつい僕は昔の自分を重ねてしまい、親近感を覚えてしまった。僕は体は鬼でも心までは鬼になりきれへんのやな。まあそんなこと、母を見捨てられず自分の揚力を餌として分け与えている時点で分かっていたが、あんな目にあってもだ。
ようやくこの忌々しい封印を解ける力が蓄え
Oh, her arm grew back.
あと少しじゃ。
くそ、封印が解けるなんて聞いてへんぞ、あのババア。どうする？生ぬるいことは言ってられへん。もしもし、春明くん？いや、元気にしてはるんかなと思ってさ。僕は鬼や。あ、せや、今度いっぺん僕んち遊びに来おへん？身も心も。
生命くんの魂食べられちゃった。
おい、まだ死んだわけじゃねえだろ。その腹かっさばいて魂取り出してやる。
ほう、腕一本切ったくらいで調子に乗りよって。
お前こそ調子に乗んな。とっとと春明くんの魂返せや、クソババア。
ああ、嘆かわしいや。そんな言葉を母に向けるなんて。
She does look especially scary.
リンタロ
分かっておくれ、凛太郎。しつけじゃ。母の愛なのじゃ。
なんやこれ。同じ主天童子や言うのに手も足も出えへんやないか。なあ、春明くん、悔しい。結局僕は身も心も鬼になりきれへん半端もんやった。
凛太郎。
Even in these moments where there should be tension, I don't feel any tension in this show. He's funny, look at him.
マシュマロ。
待っててリンタロウ。マシュマロがあいつのお腹の中から生命くんの魂取って
Bro's like, I'm going in.
その必要ないよ。
今の声生命くん。
まったく、君は何回僕の魂を食えば気が済むんだい？
なんだ、急に苦しみ出したぞ。
この魂、まさかまた。
さあ、春明、寝てる場合じゃないよ。僕にできなかったことをやってみせてよ。平和的にね。
Hey, Space Cowboy. How you doing? As you can see, we're just watching a little something light.
春明くん、
凛太郎くん、どうしたの？泣かないで。
はいだ。なんか大麻の力が放出してる。どうしてだろう。
詮索は後や。僕らでおかんの動きを止めるで。君は大麻の力を。
早い。
させるか。
What's this? Isn't it? I think it's called Yokai Gakko no Sensei. What is it? Well, let us check. It is, yeah, Yokai Gakko no Sensei Hajimemashita.
同じ大妖怪、主天童子やぞ。生命先生、今のうちに。
ありがとう。やった。
なんか
今ならいつも以上の大麻の力が出せるはず。
いでよ、大麻の力。
捕食だ。
予想以上に力が出てくる。でもこのままじゃみんなごと退治しちゃう。そうだ。みんなで僕を罵倒して。自分じゃこの力を調節できない。ちなみにバカカスポンコツあたりは慣れてるんで、それ以外で。
いざ言われると思う。
It looks interesting. I mean, it's funny sometimes. This is more of a serious episode. I was talking about it earlier, but sometimes the budget of this anime really shows. It's kind of like a... It feels cheaply made, but it doesn't mean that it's terrible because of that. Oh no, her arms didn't grow back. They're still cut off.
これで終わりだ。もう凛太郎くんが泣かなくて済むように。
Me when I kill my coworker's mother.
大丈夫か。
なんとか。
やべえなお前。触ってるだけで俺の揚力も減ってくわ。
ごめん。これどうやったら止まるんだろう。
生命くん、トレードマーク落ちてたよ。
ありがとう。なくさないでよかった。
お父さんにずっとつけてなさいって言われてたから。ってあれ、
生命くん。
大丈夫か。
なんか急に力が抜けたみたいで。
大麻の力も止まったみたいだな。
本当よかった。
悪霊退散。
Has he still not figured out that it's that wristband that restrains his power?
揚力というか としての力もほぼ失ったみたい。もう主天童子というよりただの子鬼やね。
You can see the budget. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, it's a funny show, but, you know, it's definitely cheaply made.
もしかしたら自分が死んどったかもしれんのに、なんで怒らへんのさ。
今の言葉は翻訳するとごめんなさいだ。
シャオシ、ありがとうやし。
なんか今までは凛太郎くんとお友達かっこ仮みたいな感じだったからさ。
Also, another thing with cheap anime is usually the sound is really bad. And it's pretty bad in this show. Like, they didn't mix it well to where you can hear the BGM and also the characters speak. You can usually only hear the BGM if you're, like, really, really focused in on it. I'm sure the manga is a lot more fun. This show really feels like it's from the early 2000s. No, not the early 2000s. More like the late 2000s. Like, we're talking like 2007, going into like 2010. Like, around there is when it feels like this show would have really ran if it came out then. Especially with the sense of humor that it has. Like, I really feel like if it had came out around that time, would have really have like caught on. Yeah, bro really did just wake up in the woods. At least not Dragon Ball. What does that mean? We love Dragon Ball. I believe that's the only show that the only one that I watch on stream at least that comes out on Tuesday. I'm getting another phone call. I simply will not answer it. Calling Dragon Ball basic is you got a lot of nerve considering you're a Cowboy Bebop head to say something like that, but I guess to each their own. Because if anything's basic, I would say that show is. I've seen like it's just like a space western, and it's not even, to me at least, that unique of one. But I mean, we're all free to have our own opinions and, you know, like our own stuff that we want to like. See, you can't talk foul about Dragon Ball and not expect me to say something evil in return. Like, you know, it's just like, you give a penny, you get a penny. I don't know what you expect from me. Resident Dragon Ball Head 420. That's who I am. And I thought Dragon Ball was really funny. Like, if we're talking like actual Dragon Ball, sure, I can go and say Dragon Ball Z, yeah, it kind of fell off. But like actual Dragon Ball, I don't know. I feel like it did what it does really well, which is be a comedy that has martial arts elements to it. And then I feel like in Dragon Ball Z it started to fall off because it stopped relying on the comedy part, which is really what it is. It was a gag manga, and it stopped being a gag manga and tried to be super serious combat, and it really fell off. Like shrug emoji. But that's Z if we're going to be talking about the anime. I mean, sure, in the manga it's all just called Dragon Ball, but the arcs that Dragon Ball covers, I feel are all really well done and fun in the sun and tasty. It's just that when it becomes Z that I feel like it kind of falls off. It really fell off, I think. So like Dragon Ball Z, all the stuff with, so the Saiyan Saga, good. The Namek Saga, up until when Goku comes, I think is really good. But then the Cell Saga, the Android Saga, all of that is some of the worst fiction I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, actually. The Boo Saga's alright. Like, it tries to, you know, hark back to its roots, but... It's too late, the damage has already been done. What about Vegeta? Yeah, Vegeta's like the best part to come out of Dragon Ball Z. Like, yeah, I know. That's why I like the Saiyan Saga. Still, and like, the part of the Namek Saga where it's just like Krillin and Gohan and Vegeta are the only of our heroes that are there. That's like the best part of Dragon Ball Z, if you ask me. It's just a lot more fun, and there's that air of tension to it because there's so many people that are just seen to be so strong, and you think, man, Vegeta's struggling against these guys, it's over for our heroes. And then they have to do like, I don't know, they come across more unique challenges, it feels like, too. I don't know. I just said that whole part's really cool. And then Goku comes and just one-shots everyone. And reads Krillin's mind somehow. He uses a power he only uses once and never again. Which is, I guess, just normal Goku behavior, because he seems to learn cool stuff and only do it once. And then he's like, you know what? I'm never doing it again. And you're just like, okay. No, I guess it's more of a Vegeta thing. He comes up with a technique, uses it once, and never does it again. Like how he never did the... It took until Dragon Ball Super for him to use the Gallic Gun again. Did it once, never again. I mean, I guess I can see Goku being annoying, at least how he is in, like, I don't know, in Dragon Ball, like, a Dragon Ball, I feel like he's a fun guy. He's just a kid, and he's learning about the world and stuff, so it's kind of, you know, whatever. But he is kind of a numbskull, and it can be a bit annoying at times. You gotta get footage for that thing that I'm working on. Yay. Yeah, I don't know what happens today, honestly, dog. Like, after this, I don't really have anything planned for the rest of today. Normally I try and plan out my days somewhat. I mean, there's some stuff that I can do, and there's one thing I do need to do, which is to clean. But aside from that, that's only going to take maybe an hour or two. And that still leaves an entire rest of the day. Oh, I read a bunch of that book yesterday too. That Lancelot book that I was really excited to talk about. And then, like, I stopped reading it for like a month because I got really fixated on finishing Bleach. Well, I started reading it again as of yesterday. All I gotta say is that Guinevere really was not loyal to Arthur at all. Like, at all. Because, I mean, sure, Lancelot fought off the Lord of the Distant Isles and befriended him. And then he's like, yeah, I'm in love with you. And then she's like, oh, word? And he's like, yep. And then he's like, the best way you can do to repay me for saving the kingdom is to reciprocate my love. And then she's just like, okay, sure. And it's like, dang, Arthur, like, it's over for you, dude. Clearly, Guinevere didn't like you that much. Well, Goku's just kind of become, you know, to go with what you're saying, how Goku's born, he's just kind of become a main character, where his whole thing is just supposed to be, like, he's the guy. He doesn't really have anything else to his character anymore. And Vegeta just gets beaten up all the time. And has characterization. At this point. Like, he's changed as a person, and we've seen character development from him. Goku really hasn't in forever. He's just kind of like there. Because he sucks? I mean, I guess. Like, he's just there to get beaten up. He's just there anymore. Well, yeah, I guess Vegeta's whole character for the longest time was just to show how strong the villain is. You know. So here's the big villain. Toss Vegeta at him so we have an idea as how strong he is. The litmus test. So no crit. Wait, I thought we had my fault OG. I thought Lancelot had so much more. NP gauge. Boy, was I wrong, and boy, could you have hit in a crit and won. That would have been cool. I keep thinking today's Thursday. I woke up today and I thought, oh man, Thursday. And then I thought, oh wait, no, I think it's Tuesday. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter for me because every day is pretty much a Saturday since I don't have anything going on in my life, but it's just not fun to be stuck on thinking it's the wrong day of the week. Really just from a timekeeping perspective. And hey, Rizadoni. How do? I see you've come through. Are you ready to drink that soup out of a shoe? No? Then what are you doing here? Vibin', I see. Well, you need to start thriving, i.e. drinking soup out of a shoe. I really need to try and hang up that curtain again. I talked about it that one day where I was asleep in a bed and then I was woken up by the sound of a curtain falling. Well, I need to try and get that up because I'm tired of the sun destroying all my possessions. In 4 years? Well, I guess I'm glad you have the master plan. Oh yeah, I mean, just because the sun's out doesn't mean that it's warm. This morning when I got up, I think it was like negative 17 Celsius. So like, it's not warm. It's just bright. But I hate getting discussions about the weather, because whenever you start talking about it being cold, there's always someone that's like, oh yeah, well you don't know cold, and then they go on a tangent and you're like, dude, shut up. It's like, really? It happens all the time, especially with heat. If you ever say that it's hot in your area, someone from Texas will just spawn in and say the most dumb thing you've ever heard, and then you look at them and you can just say, oh yeah, well what do you keep your AC set to if it's so hot? And then they just don't know what to say, and then you're, yeah, okay, cool. Let's take a look and see here. I don't care about that missed call that I got. Well, back to the old grind. But yeah, that's how it always goes. It's so annoying. I don't know why that just like brings out the like competitive nature in people when you say, man, it's pretty hot outside, and then just someone from Texas spawns in to just tell you about how you don't know heat this and this, that, and the other thing, and it's like, yeah, but like you are in your house with your AC set to like 40 degrees wondering why your bill's so high. You should actually just die. Because, like, if I say, you know, for example, let's say it's hot for my area, and I say, man, it's a hot day outside, like, someone saying, oh yeah, well, it's much hotter in my area, it's like, that doesn't make it any better, dog. That doesn't change the fact that it's still hot to me in my area. It's like, good for you. Move if you're so upset about it being so hot all the time. Actually die. I don't care. You know what I mean? At least that's how I feel every time those discussions seem to arise. One time I was talking about that, and it's when I was living in Texas, and I had said, yeah, I mean, it gets kind of hot in the summer, and like, oh, you don't know hot. And then I was like, oh yeah, well, what about in the winter? How cold does it get for you? And they said, and I was like, oh really? It doesn't get, like, it gets much colder than that in my area. And it even shut down your power grid too, when it even got slightly colder than normal for you. And then they had 1,000,001 excuses as to why I was evil and in the wrong. And it's like, you can't just start playing this game. You can't take shots and not expect to get shots back. Like, why are you this way? But it's whatever. Get away from me. Like, I mean, you can't change the nature of people. That's what most people think on the net. I mean, yes, but this was in person. In person, I was having these conversations. People were within punching in the nose range, and they were trying to say things like this. That's why I thought it was crazy. Because sure, if it was on the internet and people were responding and saying stuff, it's like, I mean, whatever. But like in person, you have the gall to have these conversations. You have the gall to say these things. Do you not understand that you are within hurting range? I could easily break and jump on you and start strangling you. Not that I would, because I'd just lose. But if it happened, it was within the realm of possibilities to happen. People get real brazen, I guess, when it has to do with the weather. If you're in Texas. And people on the phone will do that too. But at least, again, that's mildly expected. It's like, okay, sure. You can talk your talk and you can't get hit with a rock. But in person, you're saying these things, you're insane. You know, sourdough bread really is sour. It has that weird tartness to it. You think it's just like a name, but nah, it is kind of sour. At least I thought that was entertaining when I first had sourdough bread. I was like, man, it is kind of sour. If you've never had sourdough bread, you're not missing much. It has just like a certain acidity to it is the best way to... I guess that's a better way to say it. It feels like it just has a certain acidity to it. And you're like, oh yeah, I can taste why they call it sour. Remember that episode of Adventure Time where they were in Marceline's closet and then she was like, oh, I smell like sourdough, went to go and take that shower. And then Finn saw her naked. That episode's pretty funny. And then Jake got bit by that spider. And he was like quietly screaming. Landslide is 20k HP. Yeah, a good amount. That's also, though, because of the CE he's holding. Of course, I can't really show it off with this. I thought I could. But whatever. The CE he's holding, I believe, gives him 1,000 health, so... It's not all his own power. Some of it's borrowed from this Jeanne d'Arc level 100 CE that he's holding. A roast? It looks like it's made of chocolate. Way up, let's hit the roast. Yay, honestly, that was still just barely killing. We had a range of failure of 20,000. See, now that was some good damage. If we did that much damage to that skeleton who resisted it, how did we only do 45,000 more damage to that skeleton? You know what? It doesn't matter. We won. That's all that matters. Oh yeah, I guess that might not have been on there when we did the attack previously, question mark. Whatever. That's not where I meant to go. Here's where I meant to go. Okay, yeah, so this gives 1,600 health. So really he has 18,000 health. 18,500. Indeed, rather bulky, if you will. There's something on my mind. Have I done a free summon yet? Nope. We don't really have enough AP to do anything over here, so I guess this is it, Luigi. This is as far as we could go. Potentially the end of the show. I'm reviewing some documents, hang on. I mean, if we had those 2 points, if we were at 20, I would just use 2 of these crapples, as they call them in Minecraft, and we would just get some more grindage in, but I'd have to use 3. 3? Too much for me. So yeah, I guess that's about it, huh? Well, I will, in theory, potentially, maybe, so long as nothing happens, we'll be back at it again at the Krispy Kreme in about, let's see, let's do the math, maybe like 7 hours, give or take. But at least for now, we'll call her quits. So as per usual, you can't see it, but I'm making a heart with my hands. I heart you, yes you, for coming all the way through. While you can't see my hand heart, you can heart this hand emoji here. just like the one that Zeddy-san put into the chat, but mine's ×3 instead of ×2. So yeah, I'll see you later, alligators, and after a while, you crocodiles.